In the top stories, Acting Premier Evelyn holds bilateral talks with Canadian High Commissioner, Her Excellency Brenda Wells, former St. Lucia Prime Minister Alan Chastanet appointed to Board of International Democracy Union, and Musk regrets some of his Trump criticisms, says they went too far. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of June, 2025. I am Jasmine Thomas. The Honorable Eric Evelyn, Acting Premier of Nevis, held bilateral discussions with Her Excellency Brenda Wells, High Commissioner of Canada to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, during an official courtesy call at his office on the 4th of June. High Commissioner Wells, who was visiting Nevis for the first time, was accompanied by Kimon Charles, Consular Coordinator at the High Commission of Canada. The visit provided an opportunity for both parties to engage in meaningful dialogue focused on mutual interests and areas for future cooperation. In the absence of the Premier, I was delighted to be able to have some discussions with Her Excellency as she pays this official courtesy call, said Acting Premier Evelyn. He noted that the meeting also focused on strengthening the long-standing relationship between Canada and the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. High Commissioner Wells underscored the value of the discussions, noting that they opened doors for potential collaboration. She expressed her pleasure at making her first visit to Nevis and thanked the Acting Premier for the warm reception and the insightful conversation. She remarked that their discussions touched on developments in several key industries on the island, including education, agriculture, energy, and infrastructure. High Commissioner Wells expressed her eagerness to return to Nevis either in an official or personal capacity. And officers of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, have arrested and formally charged 27-year-old Andrew Herbert of Fines Avenue, McKnight in Bastille in connection with a robbery that occurred at the Panda Chinese supermarket on Market Street. The incident took place on Wednesday, 4th June 2025 at approximately 2:30 in the afternoon following investigations. Mr. Herbert was arrested and formally charged on Tuesday, 10th June 2025 on a warrant in the first instance for the offense of robbery. He remains in custody as police investigations continue. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force remains steadfast in its efforts to ensure the safety of the community and the swift apprehension of individuals involved in criminal activity. Tour operator Richard Lara believes St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean has the potential to stake a claim in the golf tourism and sport tourism market. Lara, who brought a contingent of 59 persons for the just concluded St. Kitts Open Golf that included visitors from Trinidad and Tobago and the United States, says he continues to attend the tournament because of the constant improvements made every year by its organizers.
I think the effort on behalf of the organizers of the event, what they call the hospitality is amazing. This is probably the only tournament in the Caribbean where you come after the game, you come up and you get a different array of food. You know what I mean? It's water and of course if you want more water, you get more water. The hospitality is amazing.
He believes the fact that the Caribbean can offer more than just golf itself is an incentive alone for potential visitors to this form of tourism.
I think golf has a big role to play, and I would tell you that from my perspective. I think golf has a big role to play, and I would tell you that from my perspective. I'm a tour operator. I take people all over the world to play golf from Trinidad, and some of the guys who came from Houston and from India, from New York. We go all over. So I do 3 trips a year, and I know what golf tourism brings to our country. And I think we have the product in the Caribbean. We don't only have the golf courses. We have so much things to see, things to do, the beaches. I think it could play a big role. That the governments have to invest a lot more into it. because like in Trinidad, I think the only course that we have that would bring people in is the golf course in Tobago. And it's only over the last 3 years that golf course has been improving to the point where I could even think about bringing people.
Lara added his touring group were also impressed by the improvements made to the Royal St. Kitts golf course every time they visit. In regional news, the Caribbean Democrat Union, CDU, has issued a formal statement congratulating former St. Lucia Prime Minister, the Honorable Alan Chastanet, on his recent appointment as Vice Chairman of the Board of the International Democracy Union, IDU. According to a press release from the CDU, this milestone is regarded as a significant achievement not only for Chastanet but also for the Caribbean region. The IDU is a global alliance of center-right political parties that share a commitment to democratic principles, individual liberty, free markets, and human rights. The appointment marks a historic moment for the Caribbean as Chastanet becomes one of the few regional leaders to hold such a high-level position within the global alliance of center-right political parties. The CDU highlighted that his selection is a testament to his unwavering dedication to democratic values, principles of good governance, and the rules of law, principles that he has championed both in St. Lucia and internationally. The statement noted that throughout his distinguished career, Alan Chastanet has been recognized for his consistent advocacy of transparency, accountability, and people-centered development as a statesman and a visionary leader. He has effectively combined passion with pragmatism in defending democratic institutions and the rights of citizens. On the international scene, Elon Musk, the world's richest person and Donald Trump's former advisor, said Wednesday he regretted some of his recent criticisms of the United States U.S. president after the pair's public falling out last week. I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far, Musk wrote on his social media platform X. Musk's expression of regret came just days after Trump threatened the tech billionaire with serious consequences if he sought to punish Republicans who vote for a controversial spending bill. Their blistering breakup, largely carried out on social media before a riveted public since Thursday last week, was ignited by Musk's harsh criticism of Trump's so-called big, beautiful spending bill, which is currently before Congress. Some lawmakers who were against the bill had called on Musk, one of the Republican Party's biggest financial backers in last year's presidential election, to fund primary challenges against Republicans who voted for the legislation. And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy, skies with dust haze. Winds are a moderate breeze of 16 miles per hour from a northeasterly direction. Seas are 1.8 to 2.4 meters or 6 to 8 feet with northerly swells of up to 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Therefore, both small craft and high surf advisories remain in effect. The weather forecast for today is partly cloudy and hazy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. The weather tonight is partly cloudy and hazy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Sunset today will be at around 6:45. Sunrise tomorrow will be at around 5:36. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. Grace be to you and peace be multiplied.